Nigeria is a diverse country with a rich cultural and historical heritage. The people making up the country have various social, religious, and cultural experiences dating back several centuries. The advent of Christianity, with its increasingly various denominations, ushered in a new era in the history of the peoples making up Nigeria. Jehovah's Witnesses make up a significant part of the Christian populace of Nigeria. While the COVID pandemic raged, a historical project was launched at the branch office of Jehovah's Witnesses at Igieduma village, Edo State, to document the 100 years of the work of the witnesses in Nigeria, an extraordinary story of ordinary Nigerians and foreigners, men, women, and children, whose acts of faith laid the foundation for the thriving activities of over 400,000 witnesses in Nigeria. The project is a museum exhibition entitled 100 Years of Courage. The history of the witnesses in Nigeria began with the arrival of Claude Brown in 1921. The museum shows that Jehovah's Witnesses first established their branch office in Nigeria in the same year and started their evangelical ministry. From the small beginning, they set about reaching the major towns and hinterlands of Nigeria, the missionaries converting local people who in turn helped to spread the Bible message further afield. With limited transportation and mass communication methods available in the early 20s and 30s, the museum depicts how the witnesses used a variety of initiatives, including the sound car, megaphones, and phonographs to spread the message. The museum further documents how the spread of the word of God by Jehovah's Witnesses in Nigeria had been spiced with various challenges. These included denial of physical access to areas they desired to preach in by local chiefs and religious priests, beatings of new converts by relatives who misunderstand the witnesses' beliefs, arson, and in some extreme cases, murder. The Nigerian Civil War brought a new dimension to the challenges faced by Jehovah's Witnesses in Nigeria. Pictures and other artifacts in the museum show that the witnesses in the former Biafran territory were cut off from their Nigerian brothers. With the resultant limited contact, the flow of Bibles and Bible-based publications became strained. However, in a remarkable demonstration of faith, the witnesses on both sides risked their lives and freedom to cross the lines to deliver publications and directions to those in the war zone. In heart-touching personal stories, the museum captures the experiences of specific witnesses who took part in the risky undertaking of crossing the war zones to reach their brothers and sisters on the other side. A cocktail of ingenuity and faith were often on display. Sadly, some witnesses were killed by soldiers and others for refusing to fight in the war in obedience to God's command in the Bible, "You must not kill." In an interesting twist, some of the soldiers who fought in the war, including some who encountered or even killed Jehovah's Witnesses for refusing to join the war, became Jehovah's Witnesses themselves after the war, some becoming elders and missionaries. In all, the Civil War and other challenges did not appear to break the integrity of the witnesses, who continued preaching all through the war and even increased in number, as statistics available at the museum show. The museum featured some of the major milestones in the history of Jehovah's Witnesses in Nigeria, their conventions or large gatherings. Each year, Jehovah's Witnesses invite their neighbors, friends, and family to join them for these large gatherings. From Lagos to Port Harcourt, the museum chronicled the district and international convention history of the witnesses. The international conventions involve invited foreign guests and speakers and simultaneous translation into multiple Nigerian languages. Baptism of new converts was a constant feature of these conventions. These large gatherings strengthened the unity of the witnesses and gave immeasurable impetus to their work in the country. The museum is made to meet modern standards and expectations of information consumption. The museum has audio-video media which tourists can play or view through a special Wi-Fi Bluetooth connection and install TV screens. This helps visitors to get additional information about the historical event or character on display, but also to more intimately relive the event. Tourists are encouraged to come with their phones, tablets, or other handheld devices with either a Bluetooth or wired headset to have a more interactive experience.
We hope that what you are going to see and watch in the museum will strengthen your faith and determination to continue to serve Jehovah God. So wish you well.
How did the first set of tourists to the museum react to the experience? Let's listen to some of them.
I'll say courage.
Actually, I'm very, very excited today.
I was so excited about it.
The tour was awesome. It was really, really insightful.
It's just very interesting to see.
I've never had an experience like this ever in my life.
This is my first time to come here.
I see examples of faith over the years.
It took a lot of courage.
You need for us to keep materials safely because they could be used.
This looks like bringing together a history of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Like so many people risked their lives. So many people went through terrible things.
Seeing ordinary people taking extraordinary decisions because of a single fact, their faith in and their love for Jehovah.
The Biafra way is touching, like very, very touching.
I saw young children who decided that even if it means them not continuing a formal education at the risk of compromising their faith, they would rather leave school and do alternative education. I saw older people who decided at the twilight of their careers that they will leave everything they've done in their younger years and choose to serve Jehovah at the point where they learned. That's a very wonderful experience.
People are still with all what people faced. Like they are still serving Jehovah. Like I don't really think that exists now. At least I don't know. Like it's touching, seriously. It's really touching.
I saw a lot of things which I know personally. So I was really grateful to my God Jehovah to allow me to be alive to see the first museum in Nigeria headquarters.
Jehovah's Witnesses invite the public, journalists, tourists, and academics to visit the museum following its official opening on June 1, 2023. The museum is located at Igieduma village, Uhunwade local government, Edo State. To book a visit, an individual or group may visit jw.org. Click on About Us, select Bethel Tours, then search for Nigeria on the drop-down menu. Then scroll to make a reservation. Then click on Create an account to enable you to receive details of your visit, reservation by text or email. Then follow the prompts to complete your reservation. The visit is free and a tour guide will be assigned to you or your group.
Okay, today we are opening the doors to the public. anybody can come in to tour the museum.
The museum was put together and completed December 10, 2021. But because of the COVID pandemic at the time, we were not able to have members of the public come.
Jehovah's Witnesses all over the country would come in, and non-witnesses, their friends, Bible students, anybody at all, journalists, anybody who wants to find out, or just as you, any lover of history, that's right, any lover of history would appreciate touring the facility.
They're going to see a record of activity, a record of faith on the part of men and women, children, boys and girls, foreigners and Nigerians who showed outstanding courage and faith to be able to preach. Today, June 1, 2023, we're happy to welcome visitors to visit the tour museum.
We hope that you have enjoyed this documentary. Tope Gomez for Sahara TV.